I love your quote. It's beautiful. Focus on the good and know you are exactly where you should be and have everything inside you that you need to get where you want to go. What made you put that message out into the world?
I think that so many of us doubt ourselves, compare ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves, and we have these unrealistic expectations of ourselves. And it's not our fault. This stuff gets programmed into us since we're young, and it takes a lot of work and deprogramming to strip away that sort of layer, many layers in some cases, that are really keeping us from shining our light and from truly living our full potential. And I feel that we do have everything inside of us that we need. And very often we have to go through some difficult experiences and lessons along the way to help us get through those layers. You know, by learning those lessons, by facing the challenges in our lives, we develop tools that help us face all the other challenges that we'll face in our lives, but it will just be more resilient. We're becoming warriors every day as we go through this life. You know, we're facing our challenges. And I just feel like this whole comparison thing, you know, that great quote, comparison is the thief of joy. It really, truly is, because you and I sit here together and we've found already so many things to notice about each other and love about each other. And we're sitting here looking for ways to build each other up. Now, that might not have always been what we would have done in different situations at different points in our timeline, because like I said, many of us are programmed from a young age to be anxious or jealous or really so self-absorbed and insecure in ourselves that we're constantly like trying to find a reason that tells us we're okay. But the reason can only ever come from inside of us. So we look at other people and we compare ourselves to them to really what we're trying to understand is, am I lovable? Am I okay? And we try to sometimes tear other people down because somehow it makes us feel validated or that
Yeah.
we're okay or we're superior. And these are all very like low energetic levels of
Yeah.
being. And they rob us of our power and of our ability to truly, you know, give everything we can in life and receive everything that's available to us in life, in my opinion. And I see that on my own path, I've had many opportunities to learn these lessons and many opportunities to gain strength. And I didn't have these opportunities because I was perfect from the start. I struggled in the beginning. You know, I grew up really in a family culture that valued my beauty or my brains. And if I didn't have enough beauty, then I definitely needed to be smart because everything revolved around if I was going to be able to like, you know, be accepted in society or have a husband or, you know, it's a very strange, but you know, again, and there's no blaming anyone who instilled that programming because they were a product of their own programming and a product of their own culture. And this is a complex set. It's not like one person or just my family. This was like a product of the culture that I grew up experiencing, feeling very much a lot of pressure that I needed to look a certain way. Back in those days, magazines were my Instagram, and that's where I was getting a lot of the messaging about what it meant to be an acceptably attractive woman, right? And those messages were not, I didn't feel like I matched any of the images that I was seeing. And I found I constantly felt myself lacking. I didn't feel like I was good enough. And so I overworked as hard as I could, right? Like you guys all can relate to the diet culture messaging that women have been getting for so long, which says I must exercise more and eat less so that I can be smaller, so I can show up smaller. And all that is doing is making us show up smaller in general in the world. We apologize for how we show up. We apologize for our big freaking awesome feet. We apologize for like taking up space. You know, we apologize for all these things when really we should just be claiming them and owning them. And that takes work, I think, to deprogram. So I know I kind of went off on a few tangents there to answer
I
your
love it.
question the long way, but that's why I said that.
Keep reaching to feel better because the world needs you to feel good so you can share that very special gift that only you have. And if you want more, check out my next video here.